All right, guys, I am back with the last of the State of Collection videos. These are the miscellaneous knives, the ones that I haven't already shown in other sub-collections, right? We've got the fixed blades, and we've got the Red Horse Knife Works, and we've got the different makers. These are ones where, while I'm looking at them on the table next to me, there are a couple from the same maker, but I didn't want to do a video on State of Collection from, let me just dive right in, State of the Collection from VC Edge, when I have two from VC Edge. This is interface number 79, which is more of a standard build, and this is number 80, which is a full dress custom build. Okay, this is your standard titanium frame lock, titanium pod clip pivot, carbon fiber blade with M390 blade steel that he made. And then this one we collaborated on and went with the Damasteel blade, different carbon fibers in both the handle and the blade. So basically what it has here is, this is end cut with an end cut inlay. This is standard with a standard inlay. It's hard to tell, but that is a carbon fiber, more of a standard cut inlay. And then we went with the Timascus lock bar with the Timascus insert in the flipper tab. These are both great. Again, number 79 and number 80, which is super cool that he numbers them sequentially. It doesn't need to be some goofy, weird serial number. Just number them in sequence. And Jeff Vandermeulen is really good at that too. Right now, Jason has just really the interface model. He's made some prototypes and some other kind of one-offs, but Jeff Vandermeulen does that with all of his models as well. And it's really just, hey, this is model X, number 27, number 32. And then when he makes a different model, hey, this is number 12 of that model. So I really like that approach. So this video is the one-off ones where I have just a couple from a maker, and I'm going to share those with you. Now, I believe I've got most all the knives out here on the table. This is the Kubi KB237, the Carve. You've seen me talk about this one a lot. Really still one of my go-to favorite sub $50 budget user knives. This is the one I would take if I'm going somewhere where it's a potential that they're going to not allow me into an event and confiscate a knife. I'll just have them confiscate this one, because for 50 bucks, I can buy a new one. Okay. Here's the CJRB Mylea. Swags Mylea, sorry. Very cool. It's got a little bit of rust on it. This is the one I would take in my swimsuit in Hawaii when I'm out there on a boat or snorkeling or doing whatever I do in the water. This is in that little inside pocket of my swimsuit, because rule number 9, always have a knife. All right. We got a ZT0450. This is my jogging go workout knife because it's small, it's lightweight, and it works well in my running shorts or in my bicycle jersey and things like that. So this is a really good take it anywhere type of knife. Okay. And here in this sub miscellaneous collection, there's everything from the budget $50 knives, $80 knives. This is from Orion knives. This is the, now I'm drawing a blank on what this one is called. It's Orion knives. And I have early onset dementia, maybe, because I can't remember the name of this, but it's one of the favorite ones I have from his designs. And this one I used when I first moved into this house. I carried that for all of my unpackaging of everything when I moved. It worked really, really well for that. Okay. This is HX Outdoors. I just did a video recently on this. Like a $30 real budget friendly knife that's decent. I mean, it's nothing to write home about, but it's a great just user, throw it in the car, throw it in your backpack type of knife. Okay. Skaha, North Arm Skaha 2, Mars carbon fiber, S35 VM blade. There's 3 of them in this configuration. Me, Alex, and another friend of Alex have them. Very cool. Little too drop sheddy for me, and I'm not a huge wire clip guy, but because we kind of bought them all together as a set, there's some meaning behind it. Best Tech Ronin. This is actually the Best Tech Man, which is a subdivision of Best Tech. Don't get me started. I don't know why we have to have so many different company names. This is a really cool user knife as well. A couple of years ago, I carried this the whole time I was in Utah at a Bronco event, trail ride thing, and I used it a lot. Sent it back down to Alex, my sharpening buddy, and got it sharpened up for me. Very cool little user knife. Tacom. This is the unnamed. The owner sent it to me to do a video on a while back. This was his first folder. I don't really love this clip point. He now has it in a couple of different blade configurations. Magna Cut blade. Also, the milling on the scales is there. It almost feels like velvet. It's a little bit odd to me, this milling. It feels a little funny to me, but I get it. He didn't want it smooth so that it was slippery in your hand. It is certainly not. It is very, very grippy. The Kaiser Huntsman for the Huntsman Spider in Australia. James is the designer for Kaiser on this one. And yeah, very cool. It was a gift from Aussie Mike. It's a cool knife. It works really well for unboxings because you use that Tonto tip so you don't penetrate the box too much and damage anything inside. This is a fun little one. It's from JIN Knives on Amazon. It is a lock bag do-it-yourself kit with a G10 blade. Now, it's not going to cut you. This would be great for grandkids, nieces, nephews, small children trying to get into the knife world. If you wanted to introduce small children, this would be a great start because it comes in all pieces, comes with all the tools. I've done a video building this one, and it's just great. It's it's like $20 on Amazon or something like that. Not super expensive, but has a cool factor. Okay. Let me grab, I thought I had 2. Here we go. Spider Godelicas. I have 2. I use this one for a lot of unboxings here on my desk, as well as for size comparisons. This one here is in the kitchen, and I use it for shipping boxes because you got to cut the tape as I'm putting it on and things like that. So I use this one a lot in the kitchen. This one I had to buy from Knife Joy. I've got them both from Knife Joy because it glows in the dark. And yeah, I'm a 12-year-old with an adult paycheck. So I had to have the glow in the dark one. All right, let me grab one more before I pause and move the stuff off of the table. This one here, Williamson, don't remember the name of this one exactly. It is a slip joint, and it is supposedly world legal. Oh, it's the Red E. It's a cool little, I won this off of Everyday City Carry's channel way back. It's got 3 stops. Normally your slip joint just stops once in the middle. This one stops twice. 1, 2, and then closed. It's an interesting design. I don't know that it's really world legal. It's also a prototype, so it sits in my prototype collection. So very cool. I am heading to Greece later this year of 2025. I don't know that I'm going to take it and try to see if it's really world legal because I hear Greece, you shouldn't carry knives. So give me a second. Let me pause this, move these off so I have more room for other knives. All right, and just like that, we're back with some more. The Core Knives Standard Issue. Recently just did a video on this. It's an interesting knife. It has a secondary blade here, And go check out my full video for all of the details. Yeah, it's a knife. Oh, God. This one is called... Oh, damn it. I meant to really make a note of what this one is called because now I'm drawing a blank. I know the guy who made it or designed it. It's on the tip of my tongue. Well, yeah, I don't remember. I'm sure somebody in the comments is going to know, and they're laughing at me, and that's okay. The Tacom Guardian, maybe? I don't remember the name, the model name. That's the problem when you have so many knives. It's hard to remember the model names of everything. They sent this to me as well. The owner, this was the first knife they sent me. Well, the second knife. First knife had a bunch of problems. It kept breaking. I sent it in for warranty. They sent it back. They said it was fixed. It wasn't. So they sent me this one instead. And this one has been solid ever since I got it, except several months after getting it, all 6 of the body screws loosened up. And I don't even really carry this one. It sits on my desk and I fiddle with it during work calls. So, but yeah, they all loosened, all 6 of them loosened up. Was very interesting. All right, so another one from JN Knives. This is, I don't remember the name, but this is also a kit that comes in all the parts and pieces and you build it together. Again, for the kids and whatnot. I think it's kind of funny. This is absolutely made in China with the USA flag, you know, stuff on it. I think they could have done without that version if it were me, but that's just me. That's why I'm not a knife designer. The Dolica. If you know, you know. That's all I can say about this one. I was inducted into the Dolica Hall of Fame, and yeah, I'm very honored. Keith, thank you. The Red Horse knife. This was so funny. A very good friend of mine, Rob in Utah, sent this to me. He goes, "Hey, dude, I found a Red Horse knife that I want to send you. If you want to do a video on it and all that." And I thought it was a Red Horse Knife Works, the guy who makes the Hellraiser, Ed Kim. And when this came, I was like blown away. It was such a funny joke. I didn't even put 2 and 2 together because it didn't come from my friend. It drop shipped from a company. And so I didn't realize this was the joke that he was sending me until after I filmed it. And then I was like, it's a Red Horse on a knife. So just very special when I get things like that from friends. All right, how about the Civivi Fracture? This is a slip joint. Just stops once and twice. Has one stop like a normal slip joint. This one was actually a customer appreciation knife. They sent me 2 of them to do videos on a couple of years ago. And I gave one away and I kept the other one. This one also lives in my kitchen and I use it for, mostly I use it to open my frozen pizza package before I put it in the oven. Okay? We listen, but we don't judge. All right, let me grab a couple more. Here is a Benchmade. I don't remember the model number of this one, but it is a side opening automatic, as you can see. I've had this for so very long. I got it used from somebody. I don't remember why or when, but yeah, I don't really carry it. It's one of those safe, lives in the safe type of thing. How about another Benchmade? The Griptilian. This is a special or a limited edition 551-1 maybe. I don't remember. Mel Pardue blade design. Super cool. I got this as a gift years and years ago. Carried it for a long time before I really got hardcore into knives. So don't really carry it much anymore at this point. Another Best Tech Man. This is a Good Boy. This is really a cool knife. I don't carry it. It's very slight recurve, hollow grind. Full flat grind. It's just really a nice knife for a button lock. And button locks aren't really my fave, But this one, the detent is really done well. This is a really great knife. And I think they're like 150-ish bucks. I never carry it. It's brand new still. I'm probably going to move it from where it lives and put it into my giveaway pile of knives, which I'm not showing here. I do have a few more knives over on another area of my office that are just for doing some giveaways here and there because I like to do that. All right, let me go here and grab this Spyderco police model. This is not my original Spyderco police model, but it's the same design, right? It is right hand only, tip down carry. It's got busted screws. I need to send it in. This was the very first knife I did a video on here on YouTube about 5+ years ago. Go check out that video. Let's bring that one back to life, if you will. And you can see where I came from and how I've evolved and I hope improved in the last 5+ years. So yeah, I bought this from Weeby Knives in San Francisco way back when, my very first one anyway. This one I picked up off of eBay because it's the same version as what I had before. I used it so much, the blade went down to nothing. Spyderco sharpened them for free. I sent it in 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 times. They sent me a brand new one at one point, and then later, ultimately, I sold that for some reason. But I had to search one out again to have for, old time's sake. All right. Another one from Best Tech. This is the Choo Choo. This was designed by an 8-year-old daughter of the owner of Best Tech, if I remember. Kind of very cool. Again, they sent this to me to do a video on, and so I kind of keep it for that reason. But it might go in the giveaway pile. You never know. This one is the Latch 22 from Peter Stein. This was super cool. It was a gift from them to me because they wanted me to own a South African knife. This is the first and only South African knife that I own. I will own more. I've done videos on, again, like all of these knives, but this one was special because I talked with Peter and Joyce, his lovely wife, about it. And I'm just honored to have this friction folder. And this was really one of the first or only Latch 22s that he made with that multiple stops. 1, 2, close. Just a very cool knife. The story behind it means a lot to me. So there you go. All right. How about Tim Gallion? I've got two. This is the Kershaw Junkyard Dog. These are aftermarket scales that glow in the dark, and they glow. Holy crap, do they glow. All right. 2 different blade steels welded together here at that sawtooth pattern. It's super cool, crazy sharp. Hate the pocket clip. Wish the action was a little bit better, but bought it used, and it's super cool regardless. I bought that after I bought my XL Junkyard Dog full custom one-off from Tim Gallion. I mean, I bought it used from somebody else, but this thing is really one of the crown jewels of my collection because Tim doesn't make a lot of knives. He hasn't made knives in many, many years. And this one is just a little more over the top than most of his customs. You have to see the video. It talks about the 11-stage automotive coating on that carbon fiber in G10 and just how it's all made with some pictures of it while it's being built. Great video. Great story of how this is built. Just a beautiful, beautiful knife that I absolutely love. Wow, I may have to pause again and move these out of the way. I thought I was going to get it in one last shot. This one from Bryce Canyon says tough guy on it, total piece of junk knife, but a friend of mine bought it for me while we were on a work trip out doing some camping and team building and bonding stuff. A good friend bought this for me at the gift shop, and so I keep it because, well, it means something. So let me pause again, move these off, and we'll have one more episode, one more segment, if you will. All right, and we're back one last time. Again, these are all in no particular order. RJ Martin Q36SS Magna Cut blade. Yeah, just a beautiful, perfect. I mean, it's a great knife. Absolutely love everything about that one. I like the design so much. I had to get the ZT collaboration version, the 0600, which is significantly bigger, thicker, and more wieldy. The detent on this is way light. I wish it was a stronger detent. That's what happens when you buy secondary knives that are out of production from a long time ago. But I really do like it. I like this way more than some of the Shirogorov collaborations, the Overkills. I've owned one or two of those, and I just didn't like them as much. So I sold it. I would like to get the helium version, which is a little smaller and super lightweight at some point. He doesn't do book spots or builds. He just builds them and sells them at shows. So getting one to match might be a stretch, but that would be my preference. How about an Honest EDC Pocket Ryu? Yeah. Collaboration with Shargnivko and Honest EDC, the only collaboration they ever did. They never went for sale. Haven't even done a full video, or maybe I did. I don't remember now. I don't think I did. I did an unboxing, and they never got sold. There's a shipment of them sitting in the owner's garage, the Honest EDC owner, and they just never sold. So I think there's maybe 3 of them in the wild. Me, Mariella, and I think one other person has one, and that's it. The rest are in the garage, probably never to be sold. I don't know. I wish I knew. I can't. Yeah. It's a friend of mine, but I don't know the story. I don't get any straight story. If you know, you know. Thomas Knives, Darren Thomas Raku. I got this at Blade Show West 2024. It's just amazing. His identical twin brother, Devin, made the blade, steel, raindrop, Damascus. Yeah, just a fantastic knife. Darren is such an amazing maker and such a good guy. I love chatting with him and talking, and literally we talk for hours at the shows, and it's just great. All right, let me try to speed through these. Jim Skelton and MechForce. I don't know what's on there. And MechForce collaboration. The mini Hellraiser folder that almost identically mimics the fixed blade Hellraiser that Jim built. And yeah, MechForce nailed it on this. It's super cool knife. Carries really well. Action's great. Yeah, love that one. This is the Eric Kramer Reaper. This is the first handmade custom knife I ever bought. Years and years ago. Ironwood, desert ironwood wood, backspacer, titanium pocket clip, titanium bolsters, carbon fiber, just amazing, crazy sharp. Yeah, I need to pull this out of the safe and just carry it more, because it's kind of out of sight, out of mind type of thing, but this thing is just a great knife. The Z Hunter was gifted this a year-ish, maybe 2 years into my channel. When you get a Z Hunter, it kind of means you've arrived in the YouTube space, I think. I don't know. Much like the Dalica, if you know, you know. A little spring-assisted, crappy China-made gas station type knife, totally off-center, just, kind of junk, but has some significance in the YouTube world thanks to Nick Shabazz. Kind of funny that one was a gift, and the other 2 are gifts. Other 3 are gifts also. The ZT 0452. Excuse me, I'm still recovering. 20-something minute video is a little tough on my throat with the coughs. The ZT was a gift from a friend up in Oregon. Super cool. Yeah, this is just a great knife. If you could only have one knife and you were into bigger knives, this would be a fantastic knife to have as your one and only knife. If I had to keep one knife ever only, it would probably be this guy because it's, to me, a perfect EDC knife. And it's custom, so for me, that checks some boxes. If I had to sell everything and keep only one, that would be the one. And I've got some really higher end fancy knives, but I still think that would be the one knife I would keep forever. The Rockstead Hygo 2. It's got some stuff on the blade here because, well, that's what happens. Because this is total user to me. I am going to carry it. I've been carrying it since I got it. And I use it as needed because, well, it's just a knife. They are meant to be used. Last but not least, the Kurt American Production Ultimatum. Gifted to me by Kevin. He sent me in 4 Americans. This one other production, 1 machine assisted custom, and 1 full dress custom that he got from his wife on their wedding day as a wedding gift. If you didn't watch that video, please go check it out. The story alone is worth watching for. All right. So there you have it. I believe I have gotten all of my knives now in a collection video, the first part of 2025. I didn't count. If you were counting, comment below how many there are, just because I'm curious. And thanks for sticking with me. If you made it all the way to the end, comment state of the collection down below, just so I know you hung in there as long as I did.